The vast expanse of space stretched endlessly, dotted with countless stars and galaxies. Among them, a small blue planet called Earth spun quietly, unaware of the cosmic drama about to unfold. For centuries, humans gazed at the stars, wondering if they were alone in the universe. Little did they know, they were being watched. Far beyond the reaches of human technology, the Galactic Council convened in secret. This powerful group of alien races had ruled the galaxy for millennia, carefully managing the development and integration of new species into their cosmic community. Earth, however, presented a unique challenge. Zax Thor, the Council's leader, stood before the gathered representatives. His tall, slender form and iridescent skin glowed under the chamber's soft light. "Esteemed members of the Council," he began, his voice resonating through the hall, "we face an unprecedented situation with the humans of Earth." Murmurs rippled through the assembly. Earth had been a topic of heated debate for decades. Vixna, a reptilian delegate, hissed, "Why do we still debate? These humans are dangerous. Their history is filled with violence and destruction. We should eliminate them before they become a threat." Zax Thor raised a hand to quiet the crowd. "We have observed Earth for centuries. Yes, humans have shown great capacity for violence, but also for kindness and innovation. Their potential is concerning." Holographic images flickered to life, showing scenes from Earth's history, wars, environmental destruction, but also great works of art, scientific breakthroughs, and acts of compassion. "Their technological progress is accelerating at an alarming rate," Zax Thor continued. "If left unchecked, they could surpass many of our member races within a few centuries. We must act now, while we still have the advantage." The council chamber erupted in a cacophony of alien voices, each species offering their opinion on the fate of Earth. Some argued for complete annihilation, others for enslavement, and a few for peaceful contact. As the debate raged, a small, ancient being floated forward. Eon, the oldest member of the council, rarely spoke, but when they did, all listened. Their voice, like whispers of stardust, filled the room. "We have seen many races rise and fall," Eon said. "The humans are unique. Their adaptability, their creativity, their resilience, these traits make them unpredictable. We cannot risk open conflict." Zax Thor nodded, considering Eon's words. "What do you propose?" Eon's eyes glimmered with ancient wisdom. "Infiltration. Subversion. We must weaken them from within before they realize the true nature of the cosmos. Only then can we safely bring them under our control." The council members fell silent, contemplating this strategy. It was devious, patient, and potentially effective. Slowly, nods of agreement spread through the chamber. Zax Thor spoke again, his decision made. "Very well. We will proceed with caution. Our agents will infiltrate Earth, manipulating their governments, economies, and societies. We'll sow discord and stifle their progress. When they are sufficiently weakened, we will reveal ourselves and offer them a choice: submission or extinction." The plan was set in motion. Across the galaxy, specially trained operatives were dispatched to Earth. They took on human form, blending seamlessly into society. Some became influential politicians, others powerful business leaders or celebrated scientists. Their mission: to subtly guide humanity away from unity and technological advancement. Years passed, and the Council's plan seemed to be working. Earth remained divided, with nations squabbling over resources and ideologies. Scientific progress slowed in key areas, carefully steered away from discoveries that might lead to interstellar travel or advanced energy sources. But the Council had underestimated humanity's greatest strength: their unpredictability. In a small, unremarkable laboratory, Dr. Sarah Chen worked tirelessly on what seemed like an impossible problem. Most of her colleagues had given up, but Sarah persisted. Little did she know, her work was on the verge of unlocking the key to faster-than-light travel. As Sarah made her final calculations, a breakthrough clicked into place. Her eyes widened as she realized the implications of her discovery. At that moment, in labs and workshops around the world, other humans were making similar breakthroughs in AI, energy production, and physics. The Council's careful plans were about to unravel, and humanity's journey to the stars, and their inevitable confrontation with the Galactic Council, was about to begin. Unaware of the cosmic forces aligning against them, the people of Earth continued their daily lives. But change was coming, and the galaxy would never be the same. The day Earth changed forever started like any other. People went about their daily lives, unaware of the impending doom lurking above their atmosphere. In New York, London, Tokyo, and cities worldwide, the morning rush was in full swing when the first signs of trouble appeared. Strange lights flickered across the sky, drawing curious glances from pedestrians. Within minutes, those lights transformed into massive ships, their sleek forms blocking out the sun. Panic erupted in the streets as people realized this was no movie effect or military exercise. In Washington, D.C., President Amanda Reeves received the alarming news. "Madam President," her aide gasped, "we're under attack." The words barely left his mouth when a deafening explosion rocked the White House. Across the globe, similar scenes unfolded. The Galactic Council's forces struck with precision, targeting military installations, communication centers, and seats of government. Humanity's defenses, impressive by Earth standards, were like paper against the advanced alien weaponry. In orbit, Admiral Zhang of the International Space Station watched in horror as Earth's satellites were systematically destroyed. "We need to warn everyone," he said to his crew, frantically trying to establish communications with the ground. But it was too late. Within hours, most of Earth's major cities lay in ruins. The alien ships deployed strange, shimmering domes over vast areas, cutting off escape routes and isolating pockets of resistance. In the chaos, acts of heroism emerged. In London, firefighter Jack Thompson led a group of survivors through the burning streets, dodging alien patrols. "Stay low and quiet," he whispered, guiding them towards the countryside. Meanwhile, in a hidden bunker beneath the Rocky Mountains, General Sarah Martinez rallied what remained of the United States military. "We may be down, but we're not out," she declared, her voice firm despite the dire situation. "Humanity has faced extinction before, and we've always found a way to survive." As the initial shock wore off, pockets of resistance began to form. In Sao Paulo, a group of hackers led by Maria Souza worked tirelessly to breach the alien communication networks. "If we can understand them," Maria said, her fingers flying over the keyboard, "we might find a weakness." Across the Atlantic, in a small village in Kenya, Dr. Amani Okafor made a startling discovery. The alien technology seemed to have a strange reaction to a local plant. "This could be the key to fighting back," she murmured, carefully documenting her findings. The Galactic Council, watching from their ships, were surprised by humanity's resilience. Zax Thor frowned as he reviewed the reports. "These humans are more troublesome than we anticipated," he growled to his lieutenants. "Increase the pressure. Break their will to resist." On his command, the aliens unleashed a new wave of attacks. Strange creatures, bioengineered for war, were released into the cities. They hunted down survivors with terrifying efficiency. In the skies, swarms of drone-like machines patrolled, using advanced sensors to locate hidden humans. The situation seemed hopeless, but the human spirit refused to be crushed. In the ruins of Paris, a young girl named Sophie found an injured alien. Instead of running or attacking, she offered it water. This simple act of kindness confused the alien, who had been told humans were violent and untrustworthy. Underground, networks of resistance fighters began to form. They shared resources, information, and hope. In abandoned subway tunnels, old bomb shelters, and remote caves, humanity regrouped and planned. Dr. Chen's faster-than-light technology, still in its infancy, became the focus of a daring plan. If they could build a ship, even a small one, they might be able to seek help from other alien races or find a new home for humanity. As the first month of occupation drew to a close, Earth was a changed planet. Much of its surface lay in ruins, its population decimated. But in hidden places, the flame of human resilience burned bright. General Martinez, speaking to a group of haggard but determined survivors, summed up the situation. They may have won the first battle, but the war for Earth has only just begun. We are humanity. We do not go gently into the night. We rage, we fight, and we will take back our home. Her words spread through the resistance networks, igniting a spark of hope in the darkness. The Galactic Council had unleashed their vicious attack, but they were about to learn a harsh lesson. Humanity would not be easily conquered. As the resistance grew stronger and more organized, the stage was set for a long and brutal struggle. The fate of Earth hung in the balance, and the galaxy watched, unaware that this small blue planet would soon shake the very foundations of their cosmic order. 6 months after the invasion, Earth had become a very different place. The alien forces, now known as the Galactic Overseers, had established a harsh new order. Humans were divided into labor groups, each assigned to specific tasks to serve their new masters. In what was once New York City, John Martinez wiped sweat from his brow as he worked in the alien mineral extraction facility. The once bustling metropolis now resembled a massive mining operation. "Keep moving, human," barked an alien overseer, its voice translated through a crackling device. John gritted his teeth but kept working. As he loaded another cart with strange, glowing ore, he caught the eye of his friend, Michael. They exchanged a subtle nod, a secret sign of the growing underground resistance. Across the ocean, in the ruins of London, Sarah Thompson led a group of children through the cramped corridors of an underground shelter. Once a schoolteacher, she now ran a secret school, keeping human knowledge and culture alive. "Today we'll learn about our history," she whispered to the eager faces around her. "Never forget who we are." The Galactic Overseers believed they had broken humanity's spirit, but they were wrong. In hidden places, resistance grew stronger every day. In a remote laboratory deep in the Amazon rainforest, Dr. Isabella Costa worked tirelessly. She had managed to salvage some of Dr. Chen's research on faster-than-light travel. "If we can crack this," she muttered to herself, "we might have a chance to turn the tables." Meanwhile, in the alien command center built atop Mount Everest, Zax Thor received troubling reports. Productivity in Sector 7 has dropped by 15%. An aide informed him, "And we've detected unusual energy signatures in several regions." Zax Thor's eyes narrowed. "Increased surveillance. Find the source of these disturbances. The humans are up to something." Little did he know, the resistance had developed ingenious ways to communicate and organize. In Australia, Aboriginal elder Uncle Jimmy used ancient songlines to pass messages across vast distances, confounding alien monitoring systems. In Silicon Valley, now a hub for alien technology research, a group of human scientists led by Dr. Aisha Patel worked on reverse engineering alien tech. They appeared compliant, but each tiny act of sabotage brought them closer to understanding the invaders' weaknesses. As months turned into years, a new generation of humans grew up knowing only life under alien rule. But stories of freedom were passed down in whispers, keeping the flame of rebellion alive. In the highlands of Scotland, a young man named Callum trained with other resistance fighters. They used ancient castles as bases, the thick stone walls hiding their activities from alien scans. One day, their leader, a grizzled ex-soldier named MacTavish, told them, "We'll take back our planet, but we must be patient and strike at the right moment." The aliens, confident in their superiority, failed to notice the small signs of human ingenuity and resilience. In Japan, farmers had discovered that certain crops interfered with alien sensory equipment. This knowledge spread slowly but surely through the global resistance network. Underground cities began to form in abandoned mines and natural cave systems. Here, free from alien oversight, humans began to rebuild and plan. Engineers worked on adapting alien technology, while others focused on rediscovering lost human skills. In one such hidden city beneath the Urals, Maria Petrova coordinated global resistance efforts. "We've received word from the Australian outback," she announced to her team. "They've successfully disrupted the alien communication network in their sector." Cheers erupted, quickly hushed. Every small victory brought them closer to their ultimate goal: freedom. But the path was dangerous. In Berlin, a resistance cell was discovered. The aliens made a public spectacle of the punishment, hoping to discourage further rebellion. Instead, it only fueled the humans' determination. As the third year of occupation neared its end, a breakthrough came from an unexpected source. In a slave labor camp in Argentina, a young boy named Carlos discovered he could telepathically interfere with alien control devices. At first, he kept it secret, fearing retribution. But when he shared his ability with the camp's resistance leader, they realized this could be the key they'd been waiting for. Word spread through the global network, and soon, others with similar abilities were identified. For the first time since the invasion, hope began to outweigh fear. Humans had endured, adapted, and were now poised to fight back. The Galactic Overseers, content in their perceived victory, remained unaware of the storm brewing beneath the surface. As Zaxthor looked out over the transformed landscape of Earth from his mountain fortress, he allowed himself a moment of satisfaction. At last, he thought, this troublesome planet is under control. But in hidden bunkers, secret labs, and underground cities across the globe, humanity was preparing to prove him very, very wrong. 5 years into the occupation, the first cracks in the Galactic Overseer's control began to show. What started as isolated incidents soon grew into a pattern that could no longer be ignored. In a massive factory complex in what was once Chicago, an alarm blared. Alien overseers rushed to the main production line, only to find it completely dismantled. Somehow, the human workers had taken apart and hidden critical components in a single night shift, with no one noticing until it was too late. Zaxthor received the report with growing unease. "How is this possible?" he demanded. "Their work is monitored constantly." His aide, Vexna, looked nervous. "Sir, there's more. Similar incidents have been reported across the globe. And there's something else." Meanwhile, in the depths of the Amazon rainforest, Maria, a young woman with bright eyes and a determined expression, stood before a group of resistance leaders. "It's time," she said, her voice steady. "We're ready to show them what we can really do." As if on cue, Maria closed her eyes and concentrated. The air around her shimmered, and suddenly, a nearby alien surveillance drone fell from the sky, its circuits fried. Across the planet, others like Maria revealed their newfound abilities. In Sydney, a dock worker named Jack lifted a multi-ton shipping container with his bare hands, freeing trapped resistance fighters. In Moscow, twins Anastasia and Ivan demonstrated the ability to communicate telepathically over vast distances, instantly connecting resistance cells worldwide. The Galactic Council watched in horror as reports flooded in. Humans were displaying abilities far beyond their known capabilities. Super strength, telekinesis, advanced healing, and more. Abilities that rivaled or even surpassed those of Council races. In the Council's emergency session, panic set in. "How did we not foresee this?" roared Krulthor, the military commander. "These humans are evolving at an unprecedented rate." Zaxthor tried to maintain order. "We must adapt our strategy, increase security, develop new containment methods." He was interrupted by a blaring alarm. On the main screen, live footage showed a group of humans effortlessly breaching a high-security alien facility in Cape Town. Leading them was Dr. Amani Okafor, her hands glowing with strange energy as she disabled alien tech with a touch. Back on Earth, the resistance moved into high gear. In Japan, Hiro, a teenager who could manipulate electronic systems with his mind, led a team into the heart of an alien communication hub. "Remember," he told his squad, "we're not just fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for every human on Earth." With a thought, Hero overrode the facility's defenses. Alarms blared, but it was too late. The resistance team swiftly took control, broadcasting a message of hope to hidden human communities worldwide. In orbit, the alien fleet faced an unexpected challenge. A small, sleek ship appeared out of nowhere, effortlessly evading their most advanced tracking systems. Inside, Dr. Isabella Costa smiled triumphantly. Faster than light travel, achieved, she radioed to Resistance headquarters. "And the aliens can't touch us." The Galactic Council descended into chaos as the reports continued to pour in. Eon, the ancient member, spoke gravely. "We have made a terrible mistake. These humans, their potential is far greater than we ever imagined." Zaxthor, his composure cracking, turned to his advisors. How? How are they doing this?" The answer came from an unexpected source. Carlos, the boy who had first discovered his telepathic abilities, now a young man, stood before a captured alien commander. With a gentle touch to the alien's forehead, Carlos accessed its memories. "It's us," he said, his voice filled with wonder. "Our enslavement, the hardships we faced, they triggered something dormant in our DNA. We're not just fighting back, we're evolving." As this revelation spread through the Resistance network, a new sense of purpose filled the human fighters. They were no longer just survivors. They were the next step in human evolution. In hidden bases around the world, humans with newfound abilities trained intensively, pushing the limits of their powers. Scientists worked around the clock, combining alien tech with their new understanding of human potential. The Galactic Council, once so certain of their dominance, now faced an enemy they couldn't understand or predict. Zaxthor, looking out at the Earth from his orbital command ship, felt a chill run down his spine. The humans weren't just resisting. They were preparing for war. As the sun set on another day of occupation, the balance of power had shifted. Humanity, pushed to the brink, had not only survived but thrived. The Galactic Overseers, once confident in their control, now faced a terrifying question. Had they created their own worst nightmare? The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. Humanity was ready to take back their world, and the Galactic Council was about to learn the true meaning of Earth's vicious revenge. The dawn of the 6th year of occupation brought a new era for humanity. Hidden from the watchful eyes of their alien oppressors, humans across the globe prepared for the ultimate showdown. In the vast underground city beneath the ruins of Rio de Janeiro, General Maria Souza surveyed the bustling war room. Holographic displays showed the positions of alien strongholds worldwide. "We've come so far," she murmured, her eyes reflecting the glowing maps. Nearby, Dr. Chen, the scientist whose work had inadvertently triggered humanity's evolution, worked feverishly on a new project. "If we can amplify our new abilities," she explained to a group of eager listeners, "we might stand a chance against their advanced technology." Meanwhile, in the Sahara Desert, a most unusual training camp had been established. Here, humans with extraordinary abilities honed their skills under the scorching sun. Jake, once a simple farmer from Kansas, now levitated several feet off the ground, his eyes closed in concentration. Beside him, Aisha, a former nurse from Mumbai, demonstrated her ability to heal wounds with a mere touch. Their instructor, an old martial arts master named Wu, nodded approvingly. "Remember," he said, his voice carrying across the dunes, "your mind is your greatest weapon. The aliens may have technology, but we have something they can't understand: the human spirit." As the resistance grew stronger, so did the panic within the Galactic Council. In their orbiting command ship, Zaxthor paced nervously. "We must crush this rebellion before it's too late," he shouted at his subordinates. But the Council's efforts were increasingly futile. Every crackdown was met with fiercer resistance. Every new weapon they deployed was countered by evolving human abilities. In London, a group of humans led by Sarah, now a powerful telepath, infiltrated a major alien base. With a thought, she scrambled the aliens' communications. Now, she signaled to her team. Explosions rocked the facility as the resistance fighters moved in. Among them was Michael, his skin now as hard as steel, deflecting alien energy weapons with ease. The victory in London was just one of many. Across the planet, humans reclaimed their cities one by one. The alien occupiers, once so confident in their superiority, found themselves outwitted and overpowered at every turn. In New Delhi, young Raj discovered he could control the weather. As alien ships approached the city, he summoned a massive storm, lightning striking their vessels from the sky. Deep in the Amazon, Dr. Isabella Costa put the finishing touches on humanity's secret weapon. "It's ready," she announced to the resistance leaders gathered around her. Before them stood a sleek, gleaming spaceship built with a combination of reverse-engineered alien tech and new human innovations. With this, Isabella explained, her eyes shining with pride, "We can take the fight to their home worlds. We're no longer just defending Earth. We're taking back our freedom among the stars." The news spread like wildfire through the global resistance network. Humanity was no longer just resisting. They were preparing to strike back. In his mountain fortress, now one of the last alien strongholds on Earth, Zax Thor received the reports with growing dread. "It's impossible," he muttered, watching footage of humans displaying godlike powers. "What have we unleashed?" Eon, the ancient council member, appeared on a holographic display. "We have made a grave error," the being said, its voice heavy with regret. "These humans, their potential was always there, dormant. Our actions merely awakened it." As the resistance made its final preparations, a sense of nervous excitement filled the air. In hidden bases, aboard secret ships, and in underground cities, humans readied themselves for the greatest battle in their history. Carlos, the young telepath who had first discovered these new abilities, addressed a gathering of resistance fighters. "We've suffered, we've endured, but we've never given up," he said, his voice carrying the weight of humanity's struggles and hopes. "Now we show the galaxy what humans are truly capable of." In orbit, Dr. Costa's ship, christened Hope's Vengeance, prepared for its maiden voyage. A crew of Earth's finest, each with unique abilities, boarded with determination in their eyes. As the ship's engines hummed to life, General Souza's voice crackled over the global resistance network. "Operation Earthrise is go. To all humans fighting for our future, the time has come. Let's take back our planet and show the galaxy that humanity will never be conquered." With a brilliant flash, Hope's Vengeance disappeared into faster-than-light speed, carrying humanity's dreams of freedom to the stars. On Earth, millions of the Vault humans stood ready, their eyes turned to the sky. The Galactic Council had unleashed a force they couldn't comprehend. Now they would face the consequences of underestimating the indomitable human spirit. Earth's vicious revenge was about to begin, and the galaxy would never be the same. The moment humanity had been waiting for finally arrived. As one, the resistance forces launched their coordinated attack against the alien occupiers. The skies above Earth erupted in a dazzling display of power and light. General Maria Souza stood in the command center, her eyes fixed on the massive screens showing battles raging across the globe. "All units, engage," she ordered, her voice steady despite the chaos. In New York, Jake, the former Kansas farmer, now led a squad of telekinetic warriors. With a wave of his hand, he toppled an alien watchtower. "For Earth," he shouted as his team surged forward. Across the Atlantic, in the ruins of Paris, Aisha's healing powers were pushed to their limits. As resistance fighters clashed with alien soldiers, she moved swiftly between the wounded, her touch bringing them back from the brink of death. High above the planet, Hope's Vengeance emerged from faster-than-light travel near the Galactic Council's main fleet. Dr. Isabella Costa's voice crackled over the comms. "This is Earth calling. Your reign of terror ends today." The alien ships, caught off guard by the humans' sudden appearance, scrambled to respond. But they were too slow. Carlos, standing on the bridge of Hope's Vengeance, closed his eyes and reached out with his mind. Suddenly, half of the alien fleet's systems went dark. How? Sputtered Zaxthor, watching in disbelief from his command ship. Their abilities. It's impossible. Back on Earth, the tide was turning. In Moscow, the telepathic twins Anastasia and Ivan coordinated resistance cells across the entire Eastern Hemisphere. Their mental link allowed for instantaneous communication, outmaneuvering the aliens at every turn. In Cairo, Raj summoned a massive sandstorm, blinding the alien forces and allowing human fighters to reclaim the city. The Great Pyramids, standing tall after millennia, witnessed humanity's resurgence. The Sahara training camp, once hidden, now served as a launchpad for superpowered humans. They soared into the sky, engaging alien ships in aerial combat. Wu, the old master, watched with pride as his students unleashed their full potential. Underwater, a team of evolved humans with aquatic abilities attacked alien submarines in the Pacific. Led by Moana, a Hawaiian surfer-turned-warrior, they disabled the invaders' ocean-based defenses. As the battles raged on, Dr. Chen made a breakthrough in her secret lab. "We can amplify our abilities tenfold," she exclaimed, activating a device that sent a pulse of energy around the globe. Every human felt a surge of power, their already incredible abilities reaching new heights. In orbit, Hope's Vengeance carved through the alien fleet. Isabella's voice rang out. "We've breached their defenses. Boarding teams, prepare for teleportation." Zaxthor's eyes widened in terror as humans suddenly materialized on his ship's bridge. Among them stood Sarah, her telepathic powers easily overwhelming the alien crew's minds. "In the name of Earth," Sarah declared, her voice echoing both aloud and in their thoughts, "you are relieved of command." As news of Zaxthor's capture spread, alien resistance crumbled. On Earth and in space, the invaders found themselves outmatched by the very species they had sought to enslave. In the Galactic Council's hidden sanctuary, panic set in. Eon, the ancient member, spoke solemnly. "We have awakened a sleeping giant. The human's potential was always there, waiting. Our actions merely hastened their evolution." Back on Earth, cheers erupted as city after city was liberated. The Sydney Opera House, once a symbol of alien oppression, now flew the human resistance flag. In Rio, samba rhythms filled the streets as people celebrated their freedom. General Souza, tears in her eyes, addressed the Global Resistance Network. "My fellow humans, we have done the impossible. We have taken back our world." But the fight wasn't over. As the last alien strongholds on Earth fell, humanity turned its gaze to the stars. The Galactic Council's homeworlds lay within reach, and Earth's children were eager to ensure their hard-won freedom would never again be threatened. Aboard Hope's Vengeance, now in control of the captured alien flagship, Dr. Costa laid out the next phase of their plan. "We've won the battle for Earth," she said, her eyes gleaming with determination. "Now we take the fight to them. It's time to reshape the galaxy." As the ship prepared to jump to light speed, Carlos stood by the viewport, looking back at Earth. The blue planet, scared but unbroken, shone like a beacon of hope. "We're coming home," he promised. "And when we do, it'll be to a galaxy where humans stand as equals among the stars." With a flash of light, Hope's Vengeance disappeared into the cosmos, carrying Earth's champions towards their destiny. The Galactic Council had sown the seeds of their own destruction, and now they would reap the whirlwind of humanity's vicious revenge. 1 year after Earth's liberation, the galaxy had changed beyond recognition. Humanity, once considered a primitive species, now stood at the forefront of a new galactic order. On the planet Zyrex, former seat of the Galactic Council, a historic gathering was taking place. Representatives from hundreds of alien races filled the Grand Assembly Hall, their eyes fixed on the central podium. General Maria Souza, now Earth's ambassador to the stars, stepped forward. Her voice, translated into countless languages, rang clear. Today, we forge a new path, not as conquerors, but as equals. The United Galactic Alliance is born. Cheers erupted from the assembled delegates. Many races, long oppressed by the old council, saw humans as liberators. Others, still wary, recognized the new balance of power. Back on Earth, the planet was thriving. Cities, rebuilt with a mixture of human ingenuity and alien technology, gleamed under the sun. In Central Park, New York, Jake used his telekinetic powers to help construct a memorial to those lost in the invasion. "It's still hard to believe," he said to Aisha, who was tending to a group of alien refugees with her healing touch. "A few years ago, we were fighting for survival. Now we're hosting beings from across the galaxy." In orbit, the space station Unity served as a hub for interstellar commerce and diplomacy. Dr. Isabella Costa, now head of Earth's Advanced Sciences Division, led a team of human and alien scientists. Their mission: to unlock the secrets of the universe. "Our evolution was just the beginning," she explained to a group of wide-eyed students from 50 different worlds. "Together, we'll push the boundaries of what's possible." On the far side of the galaxy, Carlos and Sarah led a peacekeeping mission. Their ship, Harmony, responded to a distress call from a planet caught in civil war. As they approached, Carlos reached out with his mind, sensing the conflict below. "Remember," Sarah told their diverse crew, "we're not here to conquer or control. We're here to help, to show the galaxy a better way." Their arrival marked a turning point in the planet's history. Within weeks, centuries of conflict were resolved through diplomacy, backed by the gentle but firm presence of Earth's evolved humans. Meanwhile, on Earth's moon, Raj had established a weather control station. His abilities, amplified by technology, helped terraform harsh planets, making them habitable for various species. From one farmer to another, he joked with an alien agriculturist, "We're growing a better galaxy." The former Galactic Council races, stripped of their power, faced justice, but it was not the harsh retribution many expected. Instead, under Wu's guidance, a system of rehabilitation was established. "Vengeance begets vengeance," Wu told a gathering of world leaders. "But understanding and compassion can break the cycle. We've evolved beyond the need for cruel punishment." Zax Thor, once the feared leader of the invasion, now worked alongside humans in a remote colony, helping to rebuild what he had once sought to destroy. The experience humbled him, opening his eyes to the potential of cooperation. On Earth, the Sahara training camp had been transformed into a university. Students from across the galaxy came to learn about human history, culture, and the incredible journey from oppression to leadership. Dr. Chen, addressing a class, smiled as she saw humans and aliens sitting side by side. "Our greatest strength," she said, "was never our newfound abilities. It was our capacity for resilience, adaptation, and hope." As years passed, Earth's influence grew, not through force, but through diplomacy and innovation. The planet became a beacon of progress, its cities shining examples of harmonious coexistence between diverse species. In the rebuilt Sydney Opera House, a grand performance celebrated 5 years of the United Galactic Alliance. Alien musicians played alongside humans, their melodies weaving a tapestry of unity that echoed across the stars. General Suzo, watching the performance, felt a sense of pride and wonder. "We did it," she whispered to herself. "We not only saved our world, but we've made the galaxy a better place." As the music swelled, a holographic display showed scenes from across the galaxy: peaceful worlds, thriving trade, scientific breakthroughs, and beings of all kinds working together towards a brighter future. Earth, once a small blue dot in a vast, uncaring universe, had become the heart of a new galactic civilization. The human spirit, tested by fire and hardship, had not only endured but flourished, reaching out to touch the stars themselves. And so, the story of Earth's vicious revenge came to an end, but it was not an ending marked by destruction or domination. Instead, it was the beginning of a new chapter, one of hope, unity, and infinite possibilities. As the celebration continued on Earth and countless worlds beyond, the message was clear. The future of the galaxy was bright, and humanity, in all its evolved glory, would help light the way.